much happier head coach tonight, I'm sure.
Yeah, great game, good 3 points, much happy with the performance. And I think when we perform, like we said, last 30 minutes at Barnsley, and we perform like that, I think we're a match for anyone. And I thought the biggest thing today for me was their discipline. You know, it's not easy to go 1-0 down, but we went 1-0 down and they kept at it, and then we looked threatening, and we looked threatening all night after that, and we you know, tore them apart at times. And you've got to do that against these teams. And you know, I think there's a stat that we've had, like, against, in the last 2 games, we've created 42 shots against them or something. So we're just doing the right things, and today some great performances.
Yeah, how pleased were you to make that comeback in the way you did and how quickly you did as well?
Yeah, well, it's not about the quickness. I was really pleased with the calmness they had at times. You know, when you go 1 down, you don't want to go 2 down. You want to keep calm, and they did that. And then we started to push the game, and we controlled the intensity. We were really compact, and when we got it, we looked lively, and that's how we were set up with our structure. And we could go forward quick, and we looked really threatening. But they kept at it, the discipline. They got the goal, and then I think when we got the second, there was only one team going to go and win it.
And James Collins again, just showing that experience of knowing where to be, right place, right time.
Yeah, I thought it was to a man. I said to the lads, like, you know, like, the frustration is they're coming on and doing some really good stuff, but they got to start like that. And I thought again, the front four were magnificent in the way they started. And James Collins brings his experience and holds it up or gets past people and brings other people into play. But I thought to a man they were all good.
And then your 2 wide players combining for goals 2 and 3. And again, we're speaking to Dom. It's something I think you've worked on with him, trying to get in the box and making those runs. Yeah,
we've talked about it. You know, we have to make sure we're getting lots of box entries, and we're not scored enough. But I thought the run was magnificent from Dom, and a great finish. And little Joe Gardner at the end there, again, his goal and his finish, which, you know, he came on again and it's magnificent. And you know, what character, because he's come in, he's got sent off, he's then got injured, and then he's come again, and he's just a live wire.
Second half, it wasn't full of chances, as you say, as the first half, but the fact that you limited them as well, how important was that for you?
Yeah, that's what I mean about the discipline. You know, when you come out, you want to make sure you give nothing away. We didn't want to give anything away. We didn't give the first goal away, obviously, and we don't want that to happen again. So it's just like managing our way back into the second half, and I thought we did that, but still be threatening. And I thought as the game went on, we looked more threatening in the transition, and we had good shape and good structure. And I thought we could even, I think Hammer even nearly scored as well, and a couple of chances. So yeah, I thought we were magnificent. And the subs that came on again, you know, had an impact, and that's what you want to see.
Slightly different role again for Rico tonight. Is that something you're looking at using more often?
Yeah, we've been looking at it. Yeah, and over time he's had to do the left side and wing back. But today, when we changed shape, we look at it, and you know, we're a 4 today, just to try and be compact and be aggressive. And I thought he did well in there again. So you know, it's up to him to keep playing well and keeping the shirt and doing the right things with and without the ball. But I thought again, like him, the front 4, and you know, Jove in the first 60 before he tired. I thought they were really threatening.
Another player I want to pick out is Tom Hamer. It's been a long time since October since he suffered that injury here against Northampton. The fact he was able to get through that 90 minutes and look assured as he did, that must really please you.
Yeah, I think he's great in the air, isn't he? His aerial dominance, he's great. But like, to see the kid back on, well, not the kid, you know, the young man, to see the young man back on and playing after his injury, yeah, everyone's smiling, he's happy. I thought he played really well.
I guess the thing now is, how do you go and back it up on Saturday against very different opponents?
Yeah, like, I think, you know, everyone knows what they're doing and how good they are, and they'll probably break the 100-point record. I don't know how they've got on tonight, actually, but you know, but they can be beaten, and we've just got to be on it, and we've got to go there. And I think when we went there again in the second half against them, we had really good intensity and we had a good structure, and we got after them. And I think we're going to have to do that same. But it's going to be a different game. It's going to be a tough game. But yeah, it's a really important 3 points for us today, because it nudges us up again, and we've got to keep nudging. And Birmingham's one of those where I think we can all just have a go at it and see how it goes, and hopefully get some points out of it.
Yeah, they lost tonight, so they might be a bit wounded animal.
Yeah. No,
and just finally, just on, I know you usually do the fist pumps when you win, but it seemed like a real release of emotion from you tonight. Did it feel like that?
Yeah, I think, you know, we've not been at our best, and that's football. But the reality is that, you know, how we are as a club, and we want to keep growing, and we want to show. We're not always showing our best, and we're not always showing. It wasn't about the winning; it was more about the performance. It looked more like I want it to look. So it's got nothing to do with the winning or losing, but it's more about the lads putting a performance we all want to see. And you know, the league's tough, and the reality is we're not where we want to be, but we're still pushing, and we want to keep getting points on the board and keep building as a club. And we have to be, you know, calm at times. And I thought the players were really calm today and really composed and looked like really good footballers.